The following is a special sports presentation of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Bengals Weekly. I'm Dan Hoard. He is Dave Lapham. This week, it's Monday Night Football as the Bengals head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Unfortunately, Lap, the Bengals are still looking for their first win. I guess the good news is, in two tough road games, they've had the lead in the fourth quarter.
They showed fight. There's no question about it. In Buffalo, it couldn't have gone any worse for the offense. They couldn't get out of their own way in the first half. The defense was on the field 46 snaps. That's like a college football game, and they only allowed 14 points. That allowed the offense to get it together and score 3 consecutive drives. To take a 17-14 lead, they just couldn't hold on to that lead. If I had to pare down one thing, each side of the football that they have to focus on, offensively, avoid the third and longs. Stay ahead of the chains. I mean, they've had 3rd and 15, 3rd and 19, 3rd and 22, way too many times. Defensively, handle the misdirection. San Francisco 49ers open Pandora's box. With all that misdirection, copycat league, everybody's going to incorporate some sort of misdirection against this defense till they stop it. They have to get their eyes right and trust what they're seeing.
Now time for this week's Clutch Performance. It is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, clutch performance in the world. Dalton's under center. He takes the snap. He rolls out to the right. He's looking for Mixon. He throws. Touchdown! As Dalton delivers to Joe Mixon, and now the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game. Time for our weekly conversation with Bengals head coach Zac Taylor. You were very animated after the Buffalo game, so much so that you could be heard outside the locker room by reporters waiting to get in. What was so important to communicate to the players?
Well, it was just a game that got away from us. You know, we put ourselves in contention there at the end of the game, and we just want our players to continue the mindset they're believing. They've really bought in this culture, and they're taking it to the nth degree. And we're very close, and we got to create our own opportunities. I wanted to make that clear to those guys, but they're going to come. We just got to keep forging forward, and our guys have really bought in, and we just got to get that first win.
Auden Tate had the biggest game of his young career with 6 catches for 88 yards. He got the snaps that had been going to Damian Willis in the first 2 games. What led to that change?
He was finally healthy. He's earned those opportunities. He really had a good training camp and offseason. He's somebody we believe in. Damian still has a really solid future here. We just felt like Auden had earned the opportunities and took advantage of the reps he got.
Joe Mixon finished with 95 combined yards, 77 in the second half. Do you feel the need to try to get him the ball more in the first half?
We just need better rhythm overall in the first half, and so he got it on about every possession we had, and we just couldn't get that first down, and that's on all of us to get that right. But he's certainly somebody we want to continue to feature in the offense because he gives us a big spark.
Through 3 weeks, Trey Hopkins is the 4th highest graded center in the NFL, according to the website Pro Football Focus. Has he been one of the biggest bright spots?
He has been. He's been efficient in every game we played. We can count on him. His communication's been outstanding. All the things that helped him earn that opportunity at center, he's continued to uphold through these 3 weeks.
Andrew Billings had a big game last week. 5 tackles, 2 in the backfield. Did he stand out on defense?
He's been a guy, I thought really the defensive line overall, they played a ton of snaps, and those guys made some plays, and Andrew was one of them. But it's good to see him really stepping up and taking advantage of the opportunities he gets. After
the 49ers game, it did not look good at halftime. How important was it to have the kind of turnaround you had in the second half?
It was. You know, our guys knew, again, it was. We had some opportunities in the first half on offense that we just didn't take advantage of, and so we were really just a play away. And once we could finally establish some rhythm after getting a first down in the second half, you know, it allowed our guys to start to play a little more freely. We could be a little more creative and aggressive. And fortunately, our defense was giving us those opportunities because they kept getting us the ball back. And we just finally hit one and scored the points. And then it all came from there. We had 3 possessions in a row where we scored, and just wasn't enough with the way the game went.
You face the Steelers this week without Ben Roethlisberger. He's out. Mason Rudolph is in. I'm sure you studied him a lot prior to last year's draft. Share your thoughts about Mason Rudolph.
He's a good quarterback. He's accurate, plays with a good base, does all the things you want to see as a quarterback coach. He had a really good college career.
This year, I know you did a lot of homework on Devin Bush going into the draft. The Steelers selected him number 10 overall. What are your thoughts on him coming out of Michigan?
He's athletic. You know, he's got a great nose for the ball, and he's always where the play's at. So certainly they think they got a really good player there, and he's playing a lot of snaps for them, so they think highly of him.
As a play caller, what's the biggest challenge the Steelers defense presents?
They give you a lot of different looks. You know, they'll pressure a lot of different people. They've got some guys who've made plays over the course of their career, so certainly you got to be aware of the matchups they can create against you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Bengals Weekly is brought to you in part by Fifth Third Bank, on the field, in the weight room, and in the community. Fifth Third Bank and the Bengals are driving to better. Learn more about the drive to better at Bengals.com/53. And by McDonald's, the greater Cincinnati area. McDonald's owner-operators are proud sponsors of the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's time for us all to get educated a little bit. Football education here on Bengals Weekly with Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. We're going to deep dive into the Buffalo Bills matchup last week. What do you have for us, Coach?
Got 3 plays from the game. The first one is the offense. It's tied up 14-all with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 9. If we don't convert here, then our defense is going to be stuck in a tough situation. So we brought Eifert down in here, 55. Jerry Hughes is their best rusher, so we're going to take the edge off to help our tackle here. What you're going to see is Auden Tate clearing this out on a dagger concept. Tyler Boyd running 18 yards. He's going to run what we call a dagger route, end breaker. John's going to run a shallow on the backside, and Tyler Eifert's going to chip and run the corner route. And you're going to see really good protection here from the offensive line as we get going. Andy is going to deliver this ball really before Tyler's out of his break, which is outstanding. Andy really can't even see how that traffic pattern is going to break out.
Right.
The ball's already out of his hand. You know, it's thrown right outside the hash, which is exactly where that ball's usually caught. And so there was a huge conversion that really flipped the field for us at that point, and then we were able to go down there and kick a field goal, take the lead.
3rd and 9, Coach, with all that crowd noise for the offensive line to handle it the way they handle it with this protection is outstanding. I mean, very few glitches up front. I thought they played a heck of a game. They battled.
No, you're right. Bobby does a great job setting the edge here on 93. The right guard stands firm. You look at Trey Hopkins, the anchor he's providing, so that there's some depth in the pocket for the quarterback. We got 2 guys on one backside, and then Eifert taking the edge off of 55. So really well executed by the guys. And then, again, the ball's out of his hand before Tyler's out of his break. That's exactly what you got to see on 3rd down in the NFL. Now, the next one here, we have the defense. As you can see, second quarter, we're not getting a lot going on offense. The score is 11-0. They got a chance to really break this thing open.
Right.
And so this is a big stand by our defense. They run a toss play up top, and you can see really the guy that oftentimes needs to make this play is going to be the free safety here. And so Jesse does a great job coming downhill in the alley. When he sees the toss play, he's the guy that was unblocked, who's got to come up and make the play, puts his helmet right on the ball, does a nice job, and our defenders recover it. And so that was a big momentum change that we needed.
Red zone turnovers, that's big. 3rd down, red zone touchdowns offensively are killer. Red zone takeaways, killer.
No question. Took points off the board for them and gave us some momentum on defense. So great job for those guys flying around and creating a play. And then the last one we have here was a 3rd and 7. This was the interception here by Phillips. And as you'll see, we do a really good job creating some pressure up front with the 5 guys that we had mugged up. Okay, so really relentless pursuit by our guys, and good job downfield cover. And these guys really had to cover all day, you know, because this guy scrambled around a lot. So everyone's attached to the man. We got our free safety in the middle of the field, and then when he throws it up, we do a great job taking advantage of it. DP has a nice return. We scored 2 plays later. We threw a ball to Eifert, and then we ran it in the next play with Andy. And so really it was all because of the front applying the pressure and the coverage matching that on the back end and making the Bills pay. So great job. We schemed up to get Gino a one-on-one. He took advantage of it. Sam, you know, great pursuit on the backside. Leroy does a great job. He's only been here a couple days, doing a great job finishing off the pursuit, and then DP following up on the back end. So really good to see.
Now, that's a lot of confidence, and he's a competitor, obviously, as Allen. That's a lot of confidence in your arm as you're getting knocked backwards by guys to try to get it down the field like that. You thought he'd throw a few up for you, and he threw that one up for Hughes.
He did, and our guys, fortunately, were able to take it and turn it into
right.
points, but, you know, it just wasn't quite enough for us.
Right.
Hey, Bengals fans, it's the McDonald's Pounder Play of the Game, brought to you by the Quarter Pounder and Double Quarter Pounder with cheese. So tackle your toughest appetite and pound one today.
Dalton catches a shotgun snap, hands it to Mixon, and he will lose. No, it was a fake, and Andy Dalton ran it in. He completely faked out me and the defense with the zone read fake to Joe Mixon, and Andy Dalton runs it in for a 1-yard touchdown, and the Bengals are on the scoreboard.
Show your Bengal spirit by joining the Hoo Day Ladies, presented by Kleenex, Kotex, and Cottonelle. Members will receive exclusive club gear, access to special club events, and so much more. For more information, visit Bengals.com/ladies.
Now time for this week's Drive to Better, presented by Fifth Third Bank.
Joe Mixon recorded his first touchdown of the 2019 season last week in Buffalo. And Joe, it seemed like this offense got into a groove there in the second half. And this team has been so close, just needing a break or two to go a different way. Why do you remain confident in this team and in this coaching staff?
Just really, because it really started in the offseason, doing things like that, trying to build that chemistry with one another. We got a lot of big players on our team that's very confident in their ability, and I'm always, the first one that's confident in what everybody can do. But at the same time, if you look back, it's like we gave Buffalo the first half, and it's like everything in the first half just went wrong for us. Then in the second half, you see when we got dialed in and playing each play, single-handedly. And I feel like, with the guys and the confidence that they have while playing, I think they do a great job. And, everybody, is dialed in, and they're doing they're doing the things that, everybody needs to do. And, just going hard out there.
Joe, anyone who knows you knows that you want to win and that you're going to give 100% every single time you're out there. So what drives you to be the best that you can for you and your team?
Really just, being great. And honestly, my teammates, we got some really, really good football players in this locker room. At the end of the day, winning and, being great, everybody wants to be great and everybody wants to win, but what are you going to do, to be able to become a winner? What are you going to do to, have them good records and do all the great things that, every player in this league dream of? And, I just try to do whatever I can.
Well, Joe, thank you for spending time with us today, and we look forward to watching you and your teammates Monday night.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
This season, every time the Bengals complete a drive of 53 or more yards, Fifth Third Bank will donate $530 to student loan relief. Enter for the chance to win at 53.com/Bengals.
Joe Mixon's love for the game of football is evident on the field, but off the field, he has another passion: video games. We handed over the sticks to Joe as he battled receiver Auden Tate in a game of Madden. Let the trash talking begin.
I don't think you're ready, bro.
Oh yeah,
Lord. Hit that.
Come on.
Oh yeah, Jordan. Oh yeah, Jordan. Y'all know what I do, boy. Stop playing with me, Tate. You know that's like real life.
Come across, AJ.
Give me that. I see you prep, boy. Oh, that's pick 6. Go crazy then, Rook. Go crazy then, Rook.
This one be the greatest comeback of all time, and it's gonna be comeback by me.
I might put up 100 on you, like, oh, he trying to take off. Come here.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'll give you that. The chances make champions. But not against me, though. That's cap. Come here.
Tell him, boy, stop playing with me.
3rd and 2, we're going to get that. We're going to get that. That's first. You know how I'm getting up. First down, baby. I'm about to score right here, though. I'm tired of playing with you. Zone. What do you say? Big levels. Big levels. Bro, to be honest, bro, am I the best person you ever played? No. Oh, yeah. I see you, JR. I see you from, I see you, JR. Stop playing with him. I see you, JR, baby. Yes, indeed. Oh, I thought he played. Hey, turn up then. Well, yeah. Hey, get in there, JR. Yeah.
That's miscommunication.
Miscommunication? How many times you gonna have that?
We had a long week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
That's a dot.
Smash him. Ah!
You know who that is, boy. AJ Dream. Stop playing with it. Get up in there. Turn up, Dream. Hey, yeah. Go crazy.
But what I told you earlier.
No, I'm not trying to hear
I'm
what you
setting
told
myself up for what? The most miraculous comeback of all time.
You set yourself up for failure. I'm Ryan Madden and in real life. Pick! Stop playing with me.
Playing me, dog.
Hey, Madden. Hey, Madden. I need that X Factor. I need that X Factor, Madden. Tear it up, yeah. Go crazy. I know Mama ain't raised no quitter, did she?
Why the controllers weren't working?
You want to switch controllers?
I heard you put
I'm
cheat
not
codes
trying
in
to
it.
hear that.
It might be why the controller wasn't working. How you
All you
did
gotta
that?
do is just say I'm the rawest person you played. I'll take it easy on you.
You solid.
Buddy, whoever did you like this?
I don't got no Xbox though.
I'm not trying to hear that.
I'm lying, I got an Xbox, but look.
Too much pressure, Tate? You want me back off you? I got you. I'll play regular. I'm doing whatever I want at will. Like, it's crazy. Oh, yeah. Hey, be honest, bro. Am I the rawest dude you ever played before?
You solid. I gave you a price.
Brody, I don't get no victory shake, bro.
I had all day.
It's all good, Tate. It's all good.
We return to the telestrator now for a look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, Monday night's opponent.
Let's take a look at their offense first in. No real shock here. Little bunch formation. Juju Smith-Schuster is going to come out of the bunch, and it's going to be man-free. Free safety. Everybody else has got man coverage underneath. Watch how it unfolds. Rudolph is the quarterback, Mason Rudolph. Here comes Juju Smith-Schuster out of that little bunch formation, man coverage. He's running across the football field. Everybody else is locked up on their guys, man coverage. Completes the football. Free safety. You're back deep for a reason. Don't let anybody beat you deep. Watch the horrible angle he takes, then tries to redirect. Smith-Schuster's by him. Watch the downfield block. Instead of being tackled at the 45-yard line, watch what happens. A lot of factors. Terrible angle, nice block on the edge. Take it to the house. A shallow cross turns into 7 points. You got to like that, if you're Mason Rudolph. Now let's take a look at Tuitt, working against McGlinchey. Notre Dame, 2 Golden Domers. They didn't play at the same time, but Notre Dame against Notre Dame. McGlinchey played pretty well against us, but in this play, not so much. Out of balance. Tuitt gets his hands on him. He's leaning. You can see him leaning forward in the body weight. He's just going to yank him right to the ground like he's a Raggedy Andy doll. Twoosh! Quarterback sack on Jimmy Garoppolo. One of the 3.5 sacks for Stephon Tuitt. Good defensive football player.
All right, before we go to break, time for this week's Bengals trivia question, and it has to do with the fact that the Bengals are playing on Monday Night Football.
And simple question, who was the Bengals starting quarterback in their first ever Monday Night Football game?
We'll have the answer when Bengals Weekly returns.
Maybe King's Landing to see what's left of the ruins.
The little mysterious place in Cat in the Hat. That looked like it was kind of cool.
Wakanda. Harry Potter, I don't even know what that place is called. I don't know, Hogwarts? Hogwarts?
Probably Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Narnia. I think I like the environments there, you know, just kind of explore the world, you know, it's kind of cool there, see lions talking and everything. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that?
I don't know what the restaurant is called, but they got like in Kim Possible, they got this like Mexican restaurant and they got this thing called a naco. I want to go eat that, wherever that is. That's where I want to visit because that's one of the best cartoon looking foods I've ever seen in my life.
SpongeBob Bikini Bottom? Find out the secret recipe, like what?
Welcome back. Time to answer this week's Bengals trivia question. Who is the Bengals starting quarterback in their first ever Monday Night Football game?
Strong on the new rope, my man. Pertinent, too, because on November 2nd in 1970, Virgil Carter started against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. Lost that game 21-10.
They were 1-6 at the time. They didn't lose again in the regular season and made the playoffs in their third year of existence. Here's where you can find us for Bengals radio shows this week. On Wednesday night, we'll be at Logos on Blue Ash Road for the Bengals Game Plan show from 6 to 8. Then on Friday from 3 to 6, it's the Bengals Pep Rally show, and we'll be at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Crestview Hills, Kentucky. Let's get to the sideline report brought to you by Tri-Health. Unfortunately, A.J. Green still isn't practicing.
No, I don't think he's going to play for, who knows, a couple, 3 games. But Michael Jordan, Carl Lawson, they're getting some bodies back. Guys that weren't able to participate against Buffalo will be participating Monday night.
All right, let's get to the keys to the game and how the Bengals can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The letter F, they're all important. Focus, laser-like mental focus. It's all football, nothing else. No hidden agendas, no personal vendettas from prior meetings. You know, just focus on winning your matchup every single time. Take care of football. Don't take the cheese. Don't take the cheese if Pittsburgh's throwing any cheese out there. Finish. The Bengals have had 2 leads in the fourth quarter, late in football games. Find a closer. We need an Aroldis Chapman. Somebody offensively, defensively, step up, make a play, finish the football game. You know, I mean, it's that simple. And then get the first down, get the first touchdown, get the first third down, get the first quarterback sack, get the first tackle for loss. You get the idea. Be the first coming out of the locker room. Get a first everything, and then build on it. You know, and get the game finished with the first win. Need a big win. Need a big win in Pittsburgh. That would get the season kicked off well.
And that's going to do it for this week's show. For Lapp and our entire crew, I'm Dan Hoard. We'll see you next week after the pigskin flies in Pittsburgh. Bengals Weekly was brought to you in part by McDonald's. The greater Cincinnati area, McDonald's owner-operators are proud sponsors of the Cincinnati Bengals.